Hello again. Uh, in part 2 of week 2, we learned how to add shadows to a video using 3D elements, 3D models. So, as an example, we used a text. We added a text here in Fusion, and then we simply wrote a shadow and add a little color red, and then add a common light and a spherical camera. So I call them common because we'll have to render two things to make the shadow appear correctly with a solid object. So on the left in the Fusion tab, you will see that everything that's selected is used by the shadow to be merged in the right side, and that side we will call it the text or solid text. You can see here is the shade merge 3D. You can see that the light, depending on where it is, it changes the shadow. And then if we look at the render or even at the merge, you can see that on the shadow is there, but the letters are not solid. So that's why we use a second or the right side to render solid letters. But first, I want to come back here. First, we added a spherical camera to make the 3D render spherical and make it 360 to correspond to the 360 video. And then we added here a plane on which the shadow is cast. If there is no plane, there is no casting of the shadow. So the plane must, if we go on the plane and then we go to control, we see that the shadow is received, but it's not casting. The plane is not casting anything. It is affected by light. It is visible. We have to do it, otherwise we don't see the shadow anymore. So how can we make it so that the plane will not be seen? Is simply by going to merge and then using the multiply ability instead of normal. Normal, we will see the plane here with the shadow, but with the multiply we don't see the plane anymore. So now if we look let's go back to the merge one, and then you see that, as I said, the letters are not solid. We can see since we are using multiply, we can see behind those or through them. So we have to use a second merge. The merge is constitute of the same things as at the left, but with normal mode and no plane, because we don't want to render the shadow again. So that's the final image is like that. We can see that the solid letters with the shadow casted on the ground. So I guess that's it for part 2. See you next week. Bye bye.